Welcome back, everybody, to Marvel Mondays, where today we're covering Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Will it be better than last week's episode, The War
I
of
think
Dark
so.
World? So anyways, Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier.
Yes.
This came out in 2014. That's 11 years ago. Woo, time flies. IMDb score of 7.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 90% for the critics, 92% for audience. That's quite different than the IMDb score. Wonder why those are so significantly different.
Yeah.
Budget was 170 to 177 million. Box office was 714.4. So that is cashing pretty nice. This is the first of many films by the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe. And yeah, if you're new around here, welcome to Marvel Mondays, where we're going to be covering some sort of Marvel content
Every Monday.
10 to 15-ish minutes. And it just so happens that we are doing the MCU in
Just start.
release order.
Exactly. And so, budget 170 to 100.
I said that.
You already said it. Shoot.
God,
Sorry.
guy's not even
Sorry.
paying
I'm sorry.
attention.
Okay. Cast members of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. We got Chris Evans as Captain America, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Scott Johansson as Black Widow, Emily Van Camp as
Says
Sharon.
Blue Widow.
Shut up. Shut up. Emily Van Camp as Sharon Carter, Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, Robert Redford as Alexander Pierce, rest in peace, Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter, and Frank Grillo as Crossbones.
Jumping into likes. What did you like, Matt? Give me a like.
On-screen chemistry between all the actors.
Yeah.
I thought that was
good.
pretty.
I
That was just
wrote-
good.
I just said cast.
Yeah, the cast was great.
Cast was good. Everyone was good. It looked good.
Exactly. I found the story to be pretty linear. Like, it was just, unlike the last film, it was not all over the place. It was just like, this is the story.
I didn't write story, but I did say writing. I much enjoyed the story.
Yep.
I guess something that was cool, I guess that we can say in the likes category, is that it didn't feel as super hardcore superhero film.
Yes.
It had like elements of like a spy, thriller, drama. Like there's really good different themes going on that they did a good job of also kind of paying homage to in a way.
Mhm.
With certain references. Obviously, this you can almost argue is a Nick Fury story as well as it is a Captain America story.
Yeah.
And because we did get a lot of highlights of Nick Fury and some pretty awesome action scenes, which I'm sure we'll get into. Speaking of which, I wrote down the action, fight scenes, car chases, all the choreography for all of them was
Really well done.
great, and they did a really good job with just like the set design and how they wanted to do all those elements. The car chases were immaculate. Music was also chef kiss.
Yep.
Guess we should give credit where credit's due. That was
Henry?
Alan Menken.
Oh, Alan Menken. Okay.
And yeah, I thought it was like perfect for tone, where they were just hitting the right spots
Yeah.
in like
Definitely.
and like that spy-y part where it was like kind of eerie, and the moments where you're kind of like supposed to kind of feel suspicious or be like, oh, why is that playing? Is something going on? Like what's about to happen?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Gave a lot of like Dark Knight vibes and a lot of
Yeah. I could get that. Heck yeah.
what else you got? What else you got for us?
Honestly, the final fight between Cap and Bucky is just a great thing. Great
Yeah,
fight. I
yeah.
thought the dialogue was really good. I thought the cinematography of the overall film was great. Like some really cool shots that we haven't really seen in a Marvel movie yet. Honestly, this is just fresh air and a uniqueness at the time to the MCU.
Yeah, and there was just like compared to Thor, there was just a lot of good elements throughout the story. There was foreshadowing to the big reveal,
Yep.
which is obviously the reveal of Hydra is basically within. It's actually not just within Shield, but within governments, not just the U.S. government, just governments across the world. Like they have their tentacles in everywhere. You
Yeah.
know, and I thought that reveal was unreal. And it kind of takes off the training gloves or the safety net by having Shield not just be there for future films.
Yeah.
Right. We know, okay, there's a lot going on with Shield. It's not going to be there to help in future films. Obviously, the next film we would know at this point is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, which does feel like, I don't know, how's that going to relate to this?
Yeah.
Probably not. We would know pretty much at this point. We knew what was coming out for phase 1. or phase 2.
Phase 2, yeah.
So it's more like, how does this end up impacting us
The
later,
overall
which
story, yeah.
we'll talk about when we get there. But yeah, I just thought that overall it was just really enjoyable from start to finish. It had some twists, some turns, some absolutely great characters, both new and old,
Yeah.
getting some development.
This brought some good, important cast members to the MCU.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
What were some of your dislikes?
not really any.
Yeah, same. I couldn't think of
Like,
any. I literally
I had to nitpick my actual dislike, but then you and I've discussed it off camera. So
and you're just like, it's not really a dislike.
it's not. Yeah, it's me really nitpicking.
Dislike.
So
What did I dislike?
that the movie ended.
No, I can't really think. I disliked.
There's not much, honestly.
I didn't like Black Widow's haircut. Wasn't my
That's
favorite
true.
that she's rocked in the films.
Yeah. Favorite moments. I mean, there's a bunch to choose from, but I just chose the one I really enjoy, which I feel like everyone loves the scene. It's the elevator scene.
So iconic that maybe you never know. Maybe they'll bring a similar one back.
Exactly.
Maybe. I also had the elevator scene. I also said the modernization of the cap suit. I loved it. I thought
great
it was
design.
It looked really good. I mean, it's technically the stealth suit. I think technically.
Okay. Yeah.
But I just like how sleek it is, really. But yeah. Overall, I liked my favorite moments: elevator scene, the new Cap suit, and then I wrote down seeing how Cap is becoming more modernized. Both we see it in his fighting style.
Yep.
We see him just trying to fit into the world as it is now, because he's an American, but the culture of America is so much different. I love the little book that he has a list of all the things that people are telling him he needs to catch up on. And fun fact, that was different for different countries for release. Yeah. It had a different list for depending on
which is
what
genius,
country was what.
To be honest.
Yeah, it was awesome. Nice attention to detail, if you will. And I also liked they kind of buffed him. It feels like when we watched him fight in the first film is a lot more kind of boxy hand to hand, and he definitely has more like martial arts elements, but also they were just showing him yeeting people.
Yeah.
They were just trying to exemplify that how
strength.
strong he really is. Because we've seen a few super soldiers at this point.
Yeah.
So it felt like they needed to give a little bit of extra buff up Captain America to show like he's the OG and he's better, right? Like the OG, you can't beat the original. I also liked that Cap just stays true to who he is. From the first film, in Avengers, in this film, hopefully he'll continue in future films to do it. Obviously, I know that he will. Sorry. Can't forget it. But I just like how he sticks up to Nick Fury with his ideals.
Yeah.
And he never backs down from that. And in contrast with that, I love how his two closest allies in this film, with Sam and with Black Widow, how they're polar opposites, but still for good.
Yeah.
Right? Where he's like, can I really trust her? Can I trust Natasha? And then he like realizes I can, but he's not okay with all the things she's okay with doing for the greater good. Because at the end of the day, she's more of a classic spy assassin.
Yeah, she's an
right?
assassin.
Where she's like, hey, if this is what is going to get peace, or this is for the greater good, I'm going to do it. Or I'll hide this. Or I'm okay with keeping secrets, even though it's might not be right. And Sam is just a complete opposite and is like, he almost has like that same moral compass as Captain America. And they just get along. The chemistry was like, it's perfect right from the rip, right?
Yeah.
Like right at the beginning.
All
was
the
so
characters,
good.
truthfully.
And I just like that they're like kind of this yin and yang of good.
Yeah.
On like his shoulders. So I really enjoyed the cast with and how they work together.
All right. Importance to the overall MCU. Obviously, this is the first Russo brothers film. Many more to come after this, not that we know. Sam Wilson, Sharon Carter, because she does become an important role later on in the MCU. That is true. And I did put Winter Soldier as well, because
Winter Soldier is great.
It's different than Bucky.
It's revealed obviously that Bucky's alive, and there is no true conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, at the end of the film, we see that
he's alive.
The Winter Soldier both saves Cap, but also we see him maybe defecting.
Yeah,
hard to say, right?
Importance, obviously, it shows the corruption of Hydra in the present day and how it's like fully taken over S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, I think this is more important in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But yeah. Anything other importance? I got two more, but
I mentioned that Stephen Strange is mentioned when they're
Yep.
talking about the algorithm, when they're talking about how this is when they're talking about like the weaponized system and how it's going to find individuals that could be risks to Hydra.
yeah.
And they mention he's one of the names that gets mentioned.
Which is interesting because this is before they greenlit the Doctor Strange film.
Yep.
So they didn't know that Doctor Strange was going to be a big player in the MCU. Two other things. The elevator scene is important because obviously in Endgame they go back and
But we don't know that.
But no, I'm saying like because this is to the overall story of the MCU. So
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are things that are obviously important. And then on your left becomes a very important line later down the road in the MCU for an epic moment.
Yeah, it's true.
But those are just two like things that are like not big but big, you know.
Yep.
Easter eggs. One of the Russo brothers think it's Anthony is the doctor that shows up to
Yeah,
help
they're
Nick
always
Fury.
like, doing something in
You said
films.
name drop of Stephen Strange, aka Doctor Strange. Zola's transformation into tech. We see his big face on a screen, which is obviously a reference to what he actually looks like in the comics. And then Abed from Community, because the Russo brothers worked on Community a lot. So in all the movies they direct for the MCU, there is a random Community member in it.
Oh, okay, very interesting. I didn't know
So
that.
Abed is just one of the tech people
Classic.
in like the command center there. But and then obviously the Stanley cameo.
Stanley cameo is the museum security guard.
Exactly.
When Cap steals his classic uniform
Yeah.
that he needs, which also was pretty cool how he was wearing the stealth suit when he's kind of like doing the behind the scenes stuff for Shield, and then when he's kind of like fighting Hydra again, even though it's within Shield, he has has the stars and stripes back on. It kind of was a nice touch.
Exactly.
Like, and that's the thing. There were so many like nice
nods, details,
that like
niche
just
things,
help.
but it helped tell us the story so
It
good.
was really well done.
Yeah.
Post credit scene, two
mid credit and post credit. Yeah.
We have Hydra has Loki's staff, and they have the twins, which are revealed, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Obviously, at the moment, we truly don't know that that's who they are. But
I wonder how big of characters they're gonna be. Both of them.
It could be big. But we know you basically can tell who they are.
Yeah.
Like, by
we see the powers.
I also love that I can't remember the name of the doctor that they have that it's doing the experimenting, but he looks so much like
his comic book counterpart.
He looks similar to his comic book counterpart, but he looks like Fassbender, or is that his name? The guy that plays Magneto. He actually looks.
I could see it.
They have a similar face, and first I was like, "Is that him?" Because if that's him, that's hilarious. Because obviously,
he Magneto.
Yeah, and Magneto's kids, but in the
it would have been.
We don't know. There's no X-Men.
And then in the final postcard, we see that Bucky is alive, hiding in plain sight in the classic MCU hidden incognito, aka a baseball hat.
Yeah, but at least for him, it's better because no one really.
Yeah,
knows
no one
who
really
is.
knows him, but yeah.
And that's kind of like it's a sign of like free will.
Yeah, potentially.
Question mark. So maybe we'll see him in a later film. For me, I'm gonna rank this at the top of our list so far for Phase 2. Unfortunately, not the best first two films to start. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
So it's not that tough, but now I think it's gonna be tough to take down number one.
Yeah,
in
this
phase 2.
Yes.
And I do also think that this is the start. Looking at Guardians of the Galaxy, an Avengers film,
Ant-Man, Civil War, Doctor Strange.
We're gonna be on a good run for a bit.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
So tune in next week where we'll be covering Guardians of the Galaxy, the first volume.
Volume 1. All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.